What's up, guys? It's Taylor here with Soblue Productions, bringing you the 2018 Rocket City Blast Round 2, Back 9 at Indian Creek. Here with my boy, The Miz.
Hashtag Ash Homewood.
That's right, Ash Homewood. I want to give a shout out to Jefferson Real Estate, FlighTowel, Prodigy Disc. Couldn't do this without them. Gonna bring you some sweet action here from the Back 9. Got Ben Page, Logan Bowers, JohnE McCray, all tied at 13 down. So gonna bring you some sweet action here, starting with hole 10. Par 4, 500 feet. Really looking for probably a big fat flex line here, Brad.
You really want to get as far as you can. The basket's sitting up on a mound. You can't really tell from here. But you want to get as far as you can with an easy upshot to hit as much of a flat angle as possible.
Yeah, so what, Brad, like, for the viewers, I know we're about to get there, but tell them a little bit about what this green's looking like and why that's so critical where you land this disc.
Well, you got a long shot here, obviously. It's 500 feet. And then you have a bit of a divot beforehand and then a very big steep mound on all sides. The basket's sitting right on the top, and a steep slope on every direction. So it's obviously,
kind of like a bowl almost that it just sits up on top of, and so yeah, and different guys, it depends on what your strength is. You know what I mean? If you like to throw backhands and you like hyzer shots, you definitely want to be farther right on this fairway. If you don't mind throwing a forehand into this, you're okay being a little left. You know what I mean? So
right. All depends on your strength. So
right. So obviously you want to get as much distance as possible, but you really want to line your next shot up here. So not a lot of trouble you can get into really off this tee.
No, you just don't want to be behind that tree directly. You want to be right or left of it. And so you can see right here that big hill, and you really want to get obviously as far up as you can, but you can't sky it.
Sure. That's a great drive.
Yeah, these are
here. Yeah,
so far two really good looking drives.
Way down the mound, so.
Let's release a little early. Yeah,
really
short. Weak.
You at least want to be into the hillside at some point, but
it'll climb up it. But some people are just scared. It looks like there might be a little headwind out there.
But yeah, well, and obviously Brad. I mean, Back 9, Indian Creek opens up a little more than the front 9. You know what I mean? Because with your front probably 7 or so holes.
Wow, that was Logan's drive. Looks like.
Was it really?
Wow, I've never seen a drive that close, and I've watched Simon Lizotte play this hole before.
Yeah, that was
unreal.
Jared as well. Jared's thrown it up here a few times. So, but yeah, definitely wind a factor a little more on the Back 9. So you're gonna see these guys struggle just a little bit more back here about placement. Ben, unfortunately, hoping that settles. I always love the theatrics with Ben. Never short of animation. Johnny here for a nice birdie putt. Very nice.
He played it pretty textbook. Just drive it controlled as far as he could. Threw an easy putter shot right into the hill, let it climb up, and drilled the 15, 20 footer.
Yep.
That's all you can ask for. Unless you're Logan and can drive it to the mound.
Yeah, that was a little silly, but maybe he got the power of the paw pets on his towel. Really pushing him, pushing him through here. That from the first video is still cracking me up. I don't know what that was about, but there you go. There you got Logan with the 3, Johnny with the 3. So both those guys moving on one straight lead over Ben. Him and Zach taking the pars there. So moving us to hole 11, another par 4, a crushing 610 feet that you've definitely got to work left to right here. A huge dog leg. Left to right, par 4.
And usually that plays out of bounds to the left. I don't know if they're playing that this tournament.
I don't believe they were, and it's funny just because I was down there, and there's a barbed wire fence, and obviously, as you know, with the new ruling, you get the 15 feet from the barbed wire down there. So I actually got my disc relieved all the way back into the fairway from being down there. So that's a little more ideal what you're looking for here. Definitely a lot better shape from Ben. So.
You get more distance, obviously, out of the flex backhand. I'm surprised I didn't see anybody throw the controlled forehand, though, just to set them up for an easy second shot. Because a lot of these might do that and go into those woods. So I feel like the forehand's a much easier to play and just set yourself up with 300 to 200-foot backhand. But
sure. Well, and here you go. I mean, Logan's having to push all the way on the other side of the tree line. Gonna have to play a crazy Annie shot back into this fairway.
No, and he has such a good forehand. I just
some nice camera work there just to even catch up with where that disc was gonna land. So And it's funny because I don't know if these guys knew the rule or not, because there's definitely barbed wire right there. And again, I understand Zach's not on it, but he did not use,
the full distance.
Right, and Johnny either. So, and now where Johnny's at, the barbed wire I think comes close to ending, so Johnny may not quite be there. Zach I think was a little closer to it. But again, Brad, as you know, in recent years they've moved this basket to be a little more difficult in the very back of this hole. Used to, I think this hole played more like 570 or so,
something like that,
and it wasn't all the way back in this little cutlet.
How I've played in the past, there was actually out of bounds about 10, 15 feet left of the basket.
Sure.
And it's just surrounding it, and they make it more of an island hole. But I think they play a little more forgiving this tournament.
Yeah, really hard to get the 3 on here with this thing being all the way in the back, and that actually where Zach is at is also a potential OB.
It's about to be a crazy route. I'm gonna watch this. Did it work? It looks like it went deep. Wow, that's fun to watch actually. See if we can save the 4 wherever he is.
Interesting putt here. Bang.
There we go.
Well, I can't say that's an ideal par there, but that's
whatever works. I mean,
absolutely.
This thing with par 4s, you can throw 2 bad shots and 1 great shot, and
there you go.
still get a par.
I'm
I'm not even sure what everybody shot this hole. Everyone's so disguised in all the woods that.
Shout out to DA in the background.
There we go. No 3 pars and a birdie, eh?
So,
been patient, come back tied up. So
sweet with Ben with the putt from the wood line over there, taking the birdie and getting back to 14. So moving on to hole 12. Par 4, 720 feet, and again, Brad, I think as you know, the tee shot here is super critical.
Huge.
As you will all see here on the second shots, the first shot does not indicate what you're looking for, but the second shot is very critical as to the angle you get. So these guys are really looking to be super precise in where they land this disc.
Yeah, for the most part, where Johnny's playing is ideal because you can't really see the gate here, but you want to end left because the hole finishes downslope right about 45 degrees. And so if you can finish left, as a right-hander especially, you kind of have a straight shot looking at it. If you go too far right, you're going to be cut off from the angle. So we're going to see where Logan ends up right there. But it's about playing the angles here for sure. Like I said, 700 feet, but the rest of it after this drive is all downhill.
Yeah, just a pretty hole as far as, again, it's 720, which I think if you take, any professional level player and they're throwing 2 shots is not an absurd distance. But again, having to be super precise, line up where Johnny's going to have to go bigger over the trees here because his angle and his disc was not quite far enough.
And I believe that cutout plays out of bounds if you don't get over the wood line because it plays into another hole's fairway.
Sure. So Johnny clearing the tree line there, coming up short and left, going to have a lot of work left. But again, you're going to see Zach here again a little shorter than they would have liked to be, but just everyone trying to leave themselves open for this gap, and that's trouble. And that's not the first time we've seen Zach kind of turn over on a forehand. I think hole 2 of the front 9 video kind of did the same thing, but you want to talk about it as beautiful a drive as you could have.
This is the ideal
unreal
safe shot, really. Most people, if they get aggressive, they're going through that path, the gate, but you can't play any better than that, really.
That's perfect. This should get interesting here real quick.
Trying to save the par, but that's thrown way too high. I feel like it's going to come backwards.
Best thing you can do there is get within 100. I mean, there's no way with that tree line.
Yeah, he didn't even get that. I mean, he probably got 70 feet. Logan with
another unbelievable drive.
Talk about ideal drives. That's the aggressive going through the gate drive. He threw the flex, and he made it all the way through, and just easy up and down.
Paw Patrol. That's what I was thinking of. Hashtag Paw Patrol. Shout out to you, Logan Bowers.
Hashtag better late than never.
You and your Paw Patrol towel. Yep. Hey, whatever inspires you to throw long drives,
Got the bullseye cut out there.
That's kind of a pretty little cutout. It'd be cool if they would have cut out the 30-foot range, but it's still cute. Bang.
Wow. He didn't even think he got it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just dumped in the backside of the basket. I don't even know if that caught but 1 or 2 chains there. Just laid it in the back. That's all you got to have. So Logan here, I can't say that he's real happy with where he left himself.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Really short. but
couldn't have thrown more than a putter from where he was. So
yeah.
drilled it. Jeez.
I don't think you ever worried about it. Never stressed. You had Paw Patrol on the side, dude. I mean, you know. And again, as textbook as you could play a hole here.
Okay, he made it. I just wanted to wait till he made it, so if anything. But that was, yeah.
Yep.
Ben played that beautifully.
Great drive, great shot, easy putt.
He is the local here.
Yeah.
He and
Logan.
they're all local up there, but Ben's played there a bunch. He knows exactly how to play these tough holes, these blind shots. So.
Yep. So there you go. Got a three-way tie still at 15 down. Moving to hole 13, par 4 at 480 feet. It's kind of a, I won't say a soft par 4. You get a lot of twos here, but if you throw a perfect drive, you do have a jump look at a two. Ben, unfortunately,
Opposite of that.
maybe a little weary of the OB line that they've put in over the last 2 years on this left-hand side here. So really turning over on that drive, come up short and right, and Johnny getting real aggressive here. Beautiful line if it'll flex out, and that also going to come in.
I mean, the safe play is really to throw it along the tree line with something really overstable, play short, and then lay up.
Flexing forehand.
Whew. He mashed it, but didn't quite get there. But it still should have a look from there to save the 3. I mean, you can throw a
3. The biggest thing here is not to take the 4. I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward 3. The green is a little tricky. As you'll all
That's
see in a
exactly how
minute.
most right-handed backhand
Yeah.
players are going to play it. I mean, that's perfect.
About 100 out, play a pitch-up shot.
There's a death drop right behind the basket, so you really don't want to run at it unless you're, Paul Macbeth or something. But that's ideal.
Speaking of Paul, I guess you've had a chance to watch that crazy 18 down round.
Oh, yeah. At least once or
How
twice
you
or 3
feel
times.
about that?
I've played that course. I played in a tournament up there in that course, and I gotta tell you, I think probably my best round out there was about a 2 under or so.
Yeah.
So just to watch someone throw an 18 under there, it honestly kind of boggles the mind.
Sure. I think for anyone to compare anything to the 17 down at Fountain, and then to even say that round was better, just tells you just how good that round was, and definitely the coverage ESPN had over it, I appreciated. So. For all
It was
this
great.
golfers
I
alike.
definitely think it was better than that one. It was the distance, the change in
Shot
elevation.
selection,
It was
nuts.
unbelievable.
Nutso.
The fact they had to hit like 460 footers,
Yeah.
fantastic. So I got Johnny right here. I think this is putt for 2.
Yeah, just outside the circle. Again, he kind of got a full flight on that and got a little carry even down this hill.
Whew. Almost got a good bit at it. Like I said, 3's not a bad score here. It's a very tough 2 for right-handers especially.
Yeah, I just don't think that you're really thinking 2. I mean, if you get the 2, obviously you're picking up strokes. But again, I think the 3 here is just if you want to stay level with the field, you just can't really take
For sure.
the 4. So.
All right, a few little clumsy tap outs.
Clumsy tap outs, huh?
Oh, they're just waiting and waiting. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? I'm really a ready golfer, so I mean, you get up there. Some people.
There are
Who's
rules,
out?
though. There are rules.
Who's?
So.
There's also the pace of play rule.
There is. You are correct.
I mean, when you're all within 6 inches of each other, just.
But
first,
when you're
go
also
ahead
the
and
last
putt out.
card teeing off, they don't really care about pace of play.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
there you go. Ben with the 4, Logan and Beaman with just again, to me, solid 3s. I hate that those guys were taking 4s on that hole. It's not what you want to do. So. Ooh. No. Go ahead.
No.
I got it. Hole 14.
yeah.
Favorite hole on the course.
This is this is the Indian Creek hole. If you
Yeah,
talk
I
about
love it. So
signature holes, this is it.
Yeah. Downhill, 420 feet, plays about 375, 380. Super tight. Big trouble right, big trouble left.
And-
That's a beautiful shot from Zach. It's a little short, but it's a beautiful shot. But it's one of those holes that it's on your bucket list of things to do. You know what I mean? Like it is in every pro disc golfer's mind, maybe every disc golfer alike, that if you two this hole, check the bucket list, you got it and did it. So these guys are definitely wanting to do that. But again, it's a hole like that you're going to see right there that can turn into.
And you almost want to re-tee that. That's big trouble.
Sure.
I mean, that's going to take work just to pitch out. And Johnny is one of the worst releases I've seen him make
since 17 at USDGC.
No comment. I mean, that's his game though. Throwing it straight, pure in those little gaps. And you see it right here. I mean, he's probably just trying to pitch out, not even trying to get there.
Johnny, I apologize. That was
once again for. Still no comment. And there's the trouble. I mean, Johnny, one of the best in the world, still having trouble getting out back into the fairway. That was a great out there, though.
So luckily, Johnny finding a way to get back here after his second shot to maybe at least getting a third shot here up by the basket, but coming up a little short. So again, these guys are struggling. Again, if you, like we've talked about, you get out of the fairway on this hole, and you could turn maybe what you stepped on the tee box thinking a 2 or 3 and easily into a 5 or 6 based on how this all works out.
I mean, really, as smart disc golfers, we all know that we should probably just try and pipe a putter or mid-range down the middle.
Right, no, absolutely.
And just take our easy 3. But like you said,
the illusion of grandeur.
It's like, downhill.
It's there.
All you have to do is throw it straight and oh, wow. Well,
look at Ben Page.
Great.
I see you, dog. That is jacked up.
Great save. Great save for a 3 from where he was. But you just want to it. Like you said, it's right there. Yeah, throw it straight. That's all you got to do. Throw it straight.
It's a bucket list item. It just is. And it sucks you in. And it would be so easy to throw a neutral mid-range right down the gut, play an upshot, and take a 3. But just the trying to get the 2 is.
And maybe if this is the last round and it was close, that's what you would do. Sure. But I mean, second round of 4.
Sit down, baby.
Ooh, Logan a little high there.
At least he went after. I mean, he's always ballsy with the putts. So.
Sure. In here to clean up, very nice. A little tap in there. Logan gonna have about the same distance for a tap in as well. Oh yeah, good cleanup.
Comebacker. That's a big difference between the pros and the AMs. I mean, you know, they're very confident they're gonna make the comebackers.
Sure. And again, Johnny with some struggles early getting out of that wood line, but able to clean up here. So. I luckily avoided the huge number.
Yeah, I mean, 4
right. No, I mean
not great, but
you don't get off the tee, you might as well accept the 4. That's all. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But those guys doing well, getting the 4. Logan has separated himself here. Hole 15, interesting hole at 380 feet. You're definitely looking for, again, one of these placement upshots because you're searching for exactly what fits you into a green. You know, it's kind of what your comfort shot is, whether it's a smooth backhand, a forehand, whatever that is. So, going to play over a creek here, OB long and right. So you're just trying to line yourself up for a solid shot. So most of these guys are going to throw hyzer. Pretty simple, pretty smart.
And it looks like they're all doing just that. I mean, it should be fairly easy for all these pros. Yep, big hyzer shots, and you're going to land right in front of the creek. And it's really a touch shot. Normally it plays out of bounds past the basket on the second shot. I'm not sure if they're playing that right now.
I don't think we played island this year. Again, just the path over.
Okay.
I believe there was some question about that, but from what I understand, that's how we play it. But again, that's inside the circle, perfectly fine.
Playing around all the people sunbathing.
Shout out to the creek lovers. You know, you got a nice little creek down here, hence the Indian Creek. And people just out, you know, catching some water, rope swinging, making some splashes. Yeah, having a great time. So, shout out to those guys. They were at least polite, stopped what they were doing, and let us play through. So, thanks to those guys.
And gals.
And gals, absolutely. Can't forget the gals.
Very
nice shot. That's beautiful. Beaman there.
Really understood. That's gonna be something like a gator right there. I know he's an end of a guy, but
And this is, to me, a shot that Logan might almost even run here. Oh, kind of take the smart way up. But he just, a guy that's that confident with his forehand a lot of times, you think that, hey, shout out to the rock skip in the background.
same
too, man.
thing, yeah.
Boom.
Whoa.
Just in the back corner. And he knew he missed it, so I got a little frustrated, but he made it, so I can't get that mad. But and this is one of those holes, if you don't get the 3, though, you are losing the stroke on the field.
For sure, it should play as a pretty easy 3. I couldn't imagine it playing. It's not going to average under a 3 because no one's going for the 2 here.
Right.
It's all layup shots. But you're going to get some 4s and you're going to get some 5s.
Some people are going to miss their tee shot not great, and they're going to try to get something funky over the creek, and they're going to end up falling in the creek. And there you go. Star birdie, though. So solid card there. Again, Logan keeping that 2-stroke lead, moving into hole 16.
Love hole 16.
Oh, yeah. And a very well-designed hole, in my opinion. 260 feet. It's nothing fancy. It's just a little left to right. And that, I couldn't have described how to play the hole better.
Looks perfect. If I had to say anything, that's probably about 10 feet short.
Sure. There's this funky little ridge
About
that
it.
you see that the basket is on, down and to the right on this hole. So you got to kind of navigate that. Every now and then, you might see someone go very wide, right hyzer, but it's just really thick, really hard to kind of get in by the basket.
It's just a small gap. There's definitely a hyzer route there, but it's a smaller gap to get through a bunch of thick trees.
Oh, that's early. Oh, yep. A little too early there.
Good
from
kick.
Ben. At least getting back out to the middle, maybe you can salvage
Should
the 3.
save that. I feel like this plays well for a backhand flex because it. Hopefully he'll show us. Yeah, exactly like that.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And it flexes out and sits on top of that ridge like you were talking about because it slopes to the right and left. That forehand might flare, but that backhand.
It's going to settle.
It should. If you throw it right, it should settle right on top of that ridge.
What a beautiful shot.
Yeah. Oh, great shot.
Great tree.
Yeah.
Great tree.
He's not happy, but I think it'll be okay.
You can never hate the tree love.
And so he threw a great looking tee shot with his forehand and just must have kicked up and rolled.
You just never know, man. The way it sits up on there. Same thing with Johnny. I thought Johnny threw, like you said, you thought it was 10 feet short and perfect, and here we are with another turbo putt from JohnE McCray. Hoping to see this one go in.
Oh, I thought it did. I was about to applaud you for calling that. That was a great look. And another rollaway. I mean, we had 3 shots looked like they were perfect.
Wow. Well, not prototypical. Been saving the 3.
Boom.
Very nice from where he
Boom.
was. Yep.
He's been doing a lot of that. I mean, he hasn't played his best round yet, but he's
That
saving
is-
3s. He's putting well.
I don't want to make a
staying
spoiler
there.
alert, but that's to come. Very nice comeback putt from Logan there.
I hope Zach can make this. Okay, cool.
You know what's funny is he dropped
Sweat
it, and
bullets.
he wasn't that far away from him.
That far over.
Kind of a little sketchy there. Golly, I really wish that would have went for Johnny. So star par there. Again, it's a tough little hole. You know, the shape is hard, the ridge is hard there. So Logan just continued to hang on at 2-stroke lead, moving to 17. So 275-foot par 3, pretty open. I think the biggest thing you need to know here is 1, it's an elevated basket. 2, it's on the edge of a ridge that drops off pretty hard behind it. So the play here is to be about 15 feet short for the putt. Again, that's going to leave you a death putt, but if you're a confident putter, not a big deal. I think Logan went a little long there. Going to be coming off of that ridge, putting back uphill.
I mean, my play honestly would be probably more along Zach's line, maybe a little bit further right as a right-hander because you have the hyzer out to the left,
Right.
and so if you're pin high to the right, hopefully a miss would still leave you on that flat ground as opposed to down the hill,
Completely
making a
agree.
40-foot uphill putt.
Completely agree with that.
But you can't. I mean, you just gotta play as close to the pin as you can, obviously. And these guys they're just trying to park it. To be honest, they're not thinking about their their first putts, second putts. They're trying to get as close as they can, make the putt, and leave with a birdie. You have to. At this course, you don't get many easy twos. This is about as easy as they come here.
Sure.
There we go.
1 for 1.
Easy peasy.
Ooh, Zach with the 3-step jump. Boom. 2 for
That's
2.
impressive. That's a good putt. I'm gonna go ahead and count this in. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm done. Yeah.
So, I can tell you one thing. 3 for 3 is a lot better than Shaquille O'Neal's free throw percentage ever was.
Speaking of which, did you see?
I didn't, Brad. Don't go to social media right now because I know you want to. I know you want to. You
Okay,
want to
maybe
talk about
later.
you want to talk about Shaq's yacht. No, you didn't. It's okay.
do.
It's all right. It's okay.
We'll talk later.
4 for 4. Star birdie there. So
Yeah, that's
great-
actually really good.
great frame of the card. Yeah, just because the normal missed putt with.
I mean, elevated basket
Elevated
alone.
basket.
I mean, I've taken 4s and I've been taking a 5 on this hole. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know, but still.
Hole 18, 735 feet. Logan looking to
Oh,
absolutely unload on one here. Get out of the way. Woo! Clear the deck. Again, here you're just looking for as much distance as possible. This tree line you see behind it is going to definitely come in play for the second shot. So you need to carry the tree line here to get to the hole. So these guys are really trying to get as much as possible.
I don't know what he was trying there.
I don't know. I don't know if Ben was trying to go for a roller.
Looks like he was trying for a roller and just
Sure,
didn't quite get on
just
top
didn't
of
quite
it.
get on top of it. Yep, maybe what happened because there definitely wasn't headwind at this point where these guys are at. So
There's no OB here. I mean, the only OB is way left where we see that sidewalk. So like you
and
said, they're just trying to rip it.
that's a mush.
Great shot.
Oh yeah, prime location there. Biggest thing is to clear this little divot and get up on some flat land so you can really plant in your next shot. And Ben's going to be forced to lay up here as he's well short of the ditch. So going to be throwing over left by the tree to try to leave you a little forehand upshot to this basket. So very nicely played.
Well,
I mean, it's what he's forced into. He didn't have a choice. So
I haven't played this position in many years. This is so overgrown.
yeah, again, the play.
It's a tough second shot.
Yeah, you just gotta have a
really
big
do have
hyzer,
to get
so.
a lot of distance to get around that. Last time I played it, it was maybe half that height.
Oh really?
So it's a lot easier to clear it, but
Great drive from Zach here.
yeah,
Should be pretty easy work.
that's about 100 feet further I've ever seen. So
Very nice. Solid shot. Johnny got to come in just left it. Oh, wow. And it stuck. Little backspin there. Very nice. And again, Ben going to be the one that was forced to lay up here, but just need to throw a smooth little forehand shot, which you don't see from Ben a whole lot, but going a little deep.
and 4's not a bad score here. You obviously want the 3, but
Yeah, he's got some work left to do. I think he pushed just into that tree line.
Oh, great shot.
do you know if it's in?
Just out.
Oh, okay.
Just FYI, it was just out.
Just missed it. Got it.
Yeah. It's okay. Here's Ben again, just pushing that tree line. Oh no.
It didn't fall through on that one. He knows it.
Yeah.
Just nose down a little bit and didn't finish the putt.
Beaman with a nice little park
Suck it.
inside of 15 feet there. Yep. Well played hole. Johnny as well.
Great way to finish.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ben not gonna love the round he's had. You know, Ben plays well in the woods. The bigger courses are the ones that he usually loses a few strokes on. But as well as he's played this round, really gonna be disappointed in that 5 to surrender another stroke there. So there you got it. Johnny creeping back within 1. Logan Bowers keeping the 1-stroke lead. Ben Page at 15 and Zach Beaman there at 12. So great round from these guys. We're going to be moving on to Brom Springs, which is a really fun wooded course that you guys are going to catch here coming up. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank Andy for all the work he does here. Brad, appreciate you being in the booth.
Oh, it's so much fun as always.
Check us out, Facebook, Instagram. If you hadn't, subscribe on YouTube, guys. Check you later. Peace.
So yeah.